5 things that turn a boy into a man. Like it or not, it takes more than a pair of cojones to achieve manhood. Cultures around the world have rites of passage to symbolize it and customs to preserve it. Although there is no one way to categorize manliness, there are certain attributes almost everyone would consider to be manly. 1. Know yourself. Find out who you are and be happy with that person. There is no one way to be a man. A real man can be a logger who wears plaid and doesn't shower for 10 days. A real man can also be a professor who talks about Milton and Shakespeare. All men, however, know who they are and respect themselves in and out. Be knowledgeable about something. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you should consider yourself pretty familiar with one area of expertise. Men may not know or want to use fancy $2 words, but when it comes time to getting things done, they know how to act. They use their smarts to get it done. What area of expertise do you know? Here are just a few areas you might consider diving into. General knowledge, history, women. Know when you have made a mistake and know when to say, I am sorry. There is nothing wrong with making a mistake. Only the insecure man thinks that making a mistake is bad because he is not comfortable with who he is in the first place. Confident men know when they are wrong and aren't afraid to admit it. Learn to say I am sorry in different ways. Men know that saying sorry doesn't always have to be verbal. A ticket to a baseball game, breakfast in bed, and a camping trip are always to say I am sorry without moving the old vocal cords back and forth. Know the man code. What is the man code? The man code is an unwritten set of rules that some men live by, often evolving but rarely changing. If it means something to you, take the man code seriously. It might tell other men that you respect them as much as you respect yourself. Remember that this is all to be taken with a pinch of salt. Every man is different. You are different. And if this list doesn't resonate with you or mean anything to you, do not feel as though you have to go out of your way to achieve these things. Here are a few things on the list. Dating no-nos. You may never date another friend's sister or sibling unless you actually intend on marrying them. Share your possessions when possible. If a friend asks for a pair of work boots, a drill, or a crock pot a day in advance, you should be kind enough to loan it to him. Cars, lucky items, or partners are not necessarily applicable. Birthday presents for other men are always optional. If pressed for information, you may always lie and tell them your significant other ordered you to act. Never initiate conversations with other men at a urinal station. It is never acceptable to choose a urinal immediately adjacent to another man if an open, further removed urinal is available. No smiley faces or emoticons are necessary when texting another guy. Although acceptable, not preferable to use when texting love interest. Keep use to a bare minimum. Let go of self-destructive thoughts and customs. Understand that all men in all cultures may have to some extent been socialized in ways that may be psychologically and culturally damaging and may bring unhappiness. The first step in creating a sense of self in manhood is to examine the environment in which you were raised as objectively as you can. Did you grow up in a culture where it was acceptable to abuse someone? Were you taught that being tough means suppressing emotion, holding in tears, and never expressing vulnerability? Were you taught to hate, fear anyone who's homosexual? Understand that only one thing makes you gay: having a romantic or sexual preference for people of the same gender.